Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're well. Today I wanted to share something with you. A dead end can never be a one-way street. You can always turn around and take another road. Now, we might sometimes think about or talk about being on a journey, being on a trip. And it's one of those journeys that everything or many of the things that happen just seem to go against us. It seems to be just a nightmare journey, almost from start to finish. We hear people talk about their holidays or their flights or their journeys or their experience on that basis. And many people will talk about it and say, I've just reached the end of my rope. I've reached the end. It's the end of the road, So we tend to associate the end of the road as being a place where you're helpless, you feel hopeless. There's nothing that can come from it. It's a pretty negative place to be. And then that's backed up by different things. Just for instance, watching a film, you're watching a movie and you have somebody running. They're being chased, and you know that their run is going to come to a place where the road either gets narrower or there'll be a wall in front of them or a high fence that they're not going to be able to climb, or there'll be a door that just doesn't open, and your heart's going, and you're just panicking and you're just thinking, what next? Well, this is the stuff of nightmares, really, this dead end. In some countries, you might call it a dead end. You might call it a cul-de-sac or a court. But in essence, what it is, it's just a road that goes to nowhere. And in the case of a cul-de-sac or a court, you might have houses in this cul-de-sac. And the only thing that you can do when you're on this road is to turn around and go back the other way to get out of that area. So I looked at the whole thing about a dead end, and this particular saying, I've got it pinned up on my wall. I see it every day. It keeps me grounded and reminds me that there isn't really any such thing as a dead end. It just depends on how you look at the situation, look at what's in front of you. Okay, let's do something that would possibly, for many people, your neighbours wouldn't be happy. I'm sure the police would probably have something to say about it, but you're in this cul-de-sac, this area where you've got these houses, and you are being chased, or you're in this position where you cannot turn around and go the way that you've come from. Well, maybe there's a chance that you could run through the garden that's in front of you of a house and carry on running and come out the other side and run through another house maybe, or run through another garden that will bring you out onto another road that gives you more opportunity, because now this particular road is a bit more open, so you can decide from there whether you want to go left or right. We've seen films like that, haven't we, where somebody is being chased and they're running through someone's front room. Maybe you've got these two elderly people sitting on the sofa watching the telly, and they've got somebody running through their house, and the surprise. Or maybe somebody's running through the garden, they've got clothes pegs and washing hanging from them. It is that sort of thing. Of course, you wouldn't want to be in that position where you had to do that. But if you had to do it, then you would. You might have somebody that's quite athletic who actually wouldn't need to panic if there was a high wall or a high fence, because they would literally just run up and they'd leap over it with such ease. It'd be amazing. You see with animals, they'll burrow, they'll dig a hole and they'll go underneath. There are so many different ways for us to get to what we need to do. I mean, my point is that some of the ways that we would use would maybe not be what we're used to doing, maybe something we've never done before, maybe something we've done before, but, and would rather not do it. But in essence, the actual opportunity is still there. So there is, for me, no dead end. It's more a case of what route, what options do you take to get to where you want to get to. And today, with a lot of what is going on around the world, many people have lost their jobs. There are many people that have health challenges. Some of them had them before and some are new. And it's an uncertain place, a very unfamiliar place. It's that place where you don't have your compass anymore. You don't have a signpost that tells you, go left here, go straight on there, turn around there. You have to decide what you want to do. And it can be really unfamiliar and quite daunting, really. I do feel, having said all of that this, when you're in this place, this is the time when amazing things happen, because we thrive on finding solutions to things, finding things that help us in different situations. It's what allows us to become adaptable to all the things that are going on. So that if you're dealing with health challenges at this time, as challenging as it is, if you're open and willing to take those new roads, to try and find new ways of doing things, to make sure that you can manage your life and have a good life as well, and maintain your independence, whether it's financially, physically, a little bit of both, you'll find that the road that you take, however nerve-wracking it is, it will be an empowering road for you to take. It will give you ideas that you can then take into another place as well. You can use them on another stretch of your journey. They're tools, they're things that will help you always. And I really feel that this is something that keeps me grounded, is just remembering that all the challenges, all the cul-de-sacs or the courts or the walls, the fences, the doors that are locked, and then being able to find other ways to get around what's happening. These are the things that strengthen my resilience and determination, and ensure that when I think about a dead end, I don't think about it as a dead end. I think about it as the start of a new opportunity. Bye-bye.